Hola, hola, hola. Ahora sí, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo están? Hello, everybody. Welcome to our English class this evening. Brian and Europe, welcome.
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening. It's nice to see you here in this session. Yes, it's very nice. Very nice. Yes, to accompany here. Thank you so much for attending the class, for attend this session. So we are going to wait the other student attend the class. But while we are going to talk a little bit in English, I'm going to speak in English a little bit relaxed in order that you practice your listening, all of those important things that we have to improve in this language. Yeah, because you are here in order to improve your listening, your English. So it's a very important thing that we have to do here. Yes, Fab. Good evening. Welcome to this session.
Good evening, teacher. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It was nothing. Uh, okay, we are going to talk about some tips that I wanna give you in order to improve our English, your English, my English, our English. Yeah. One of the days that we have, one of them, just talking about it, the tips is to keep in touch with English in any way, yes, with songs, with the music, with the lyrics, videos, the commentaries. There are a lot of resources, as I mentioned, there are a lot of resources on the internet that we can use when we are learning English in order to improve in a faster way. Yes. Nowadays is really the easiest age to learn English if you want to learn, because there are a lot of resources on internet free. Yes, you don't have to pay anything. Just with internet connection in our rooms, in our home, we can interact with people around the world. Yeah, so it's really easy to practice our English if we want to practice our English with the people around the world, because there are a lot of sites where we can or find people and people who really like practice English because they are in the same road, because they have this passion, this necessity in common with us. So they want to learn English as well. And one way that everybody, I think, find is uh, speak, interact, yes, with the people around the world. So it's the easiest age to, to learn English, I think. It's just uh, to like to like it, yes. And there are a lot of resources, open resources to practicing. Even AI, yes, you can practice with AI, yes. Practice listening, practice speaking, yes, about the topic that you want, about a random topic, about maybe in a specific need that you want to maybe improve or overcome. Yes, maybe you are struggling with some specifically maybe topic or idea or concept, and with the AI, yes, assistant AI, we can practice, yes, overcome that struggling maybe, yeah. So it is really important to to do this kind of practice, to take advantage of AI. So that's why I mentioned that it's the easiest, maybe this is the easiest way to learn English, and the easiest age to learn English. Because there are a lot of resources, open resources. Yeah, you don't have to pay anything, as I mentioned, and you can interact with the people around the world, worldwide. without pay anything. Yes, it's just if you want to do it, of course you are going to find the space to do that. Yeah, there are a lot of okay, of course you have to be careful, a little bit careful with these things, because sometimes there are sites where people uh, don't speak specifically about English, about maybe interesting topic. Maybe they take advantage of these spaces to speak about other things which are not interest. Maybe when we want to enter to this any of these sites, maybe we can choose the topic we want uh, speak about it. Yes, maybe I don't know. Maybe for example, in my case, I don't want to speak about politics or politicians or something like that. I don't want to talk about religions or something like that. I avoid to talk about of those things. Yes, I prefer to talk, for example, about music, about methods, how to learn English, how to learn English in better way, in faster way, how to become the process shorter and effectively. All of those things which we want to talk is related with how to learn English in better way, how we can become in good speakers in front of public or something like that. Yeah, all of those things which are interesting. If you, for example, are interested in music and you really like about music, you can speak about music. Sometimes, if you, for example, really like to speak about sport, you can do it. Talk about sport, fashion, whatever topic that you want to talk. Yeah, maybe on in those spaces we can find people people who like about different topics like us. So maybe you can find people from Colombia also. Yeah, but it's a really challenge, a big challenge that we have to face when we have the opportunity to interact with people, where Indian people or uh, maybe people around the world, but the other part of they sometimes have Pakistan or Japanese. When they are speaking in English, they have a strong accent, and it's a little bit difficult to understand them clear at first. But I think after a few minutes, you are going to be able to interact without any problem with them. Yes, I say this because I had the opportunity to do it, to practice with them. Yes, it was one uh, maybe tool that I used in order to improve my English, practicing with them, taking advantage of these resources. And I think it's really interesting to do all of those things because, as you know, a crucial thing that we have to take into account at the time to improve our English is try to keep in close touch with it every time we have the opportunity to do it in order to improve it in a faster possible way. Yeah. So this is one possible way. Other way that we have to practice maybe is reading, because if we want to reading, for example, if you want to read news, to read about different things, uh, you are going to find all of those resources. Yes, maybe magazines, newspaper. Yes, or maybe you want to watch videos, you watch films, with subtitles if you prefer, in order to be reading at the same time, or maybe repeating at the same time. There are other techniques, like for example, when you try to mimic the voice or the thing that other people is saying, it's maybe shadowed. Shadow is one way that we can use in order to improve our listening. Yes, uh, just repeating the. For example, I'm right now. I'm speaking. You can be repeating the thing that I'm saying at the same time with me. Yes, in this way you are going to get confidence at the time to talk, and you are going to improve. You are going to be able to follow the rhythm that I have, something like that. So it's really important to do this kind of things. Other crucial thing that we have to take into account to keep in mind is consistency. This process have to be seen in long term, yes, as I mentioned many times, for at least 2 years and a half, or maybe 3 years, or even 4 years. That means that when we start to decide to becoming a bilingual person, this road, this journey never stops. Yes, because every single day we are learning new things. We're learning tiny things but important things, in order to improve our English, in order to take our English to the next level or something like that. So it's really important to keep in close touch, as I mentioned. This is my recommendation. Very important thing that we have to do it every single day. Exercise and practice, training our English. Yes, in different with every time we have the opportunity to do it. Yes, put in practice. Yes. Don't be shy. Don't worry much about mistakes. As I mentioned, mistakes are part of the process. So we can maybe take mistakes to improve, because the idea is try to identify all of those mistakes that we make when we are speaking in English, and try to correct them. Yeah, to correct them. In that way, we are going improving our English, maybe in four skills. These four skills: listening, reading, speaking, listening, even comprehension. Yes, sometimes we can read something and we don't understand in good way. It's not clear at all. Sometimes we don't have good comprehension, but maybe we can understand the overall, or maybe part of the things that we, or sentences or paragraph that we read, or something like that. But the idea is try to development a good comprehension in order to improve our English. Yeah, so I think it's all of those things, yes, all of those steps that become our English better every single day. Yes, practicing single thing and repeating and repeat. I don't know. Maybe for example, okay, easy things. Yes, easy expressions. Yeah, sometimes we think that, okay, teacher, that is really easy. Yes, I know it in good way, but sometimes you discover that when at the time to speak in public, at the time to try to defend your point of view, yeah, you are not able to defend in good way. Yeah, maybe you believe or think that you have a good level of English, but the time to speak, I don't know, maybe sometimes you are not sure 100% of the thing that you believed, or your thought, the way that you transmit your thought. Yes, because sometimes I don't know, sometimes I mentioned that this is like when you try to learn how to swim. You can read a lot of book about the theory, how to do the movements, but in fact you begin to learn is when you go inside the pool, when you go on the water. Yes, when in the water. Yes, and you do the movements when you, yeah, learn how to doing the exercise. It's the same with English. You can know a lot of grammar rule, a lot of grammatical things, but if you don't practice your speaking, you are not going to be able to get confidence at the time to speak. Consistency, discipline, yes. Sometimes motivation, yeah, because when we have enough motivation about the topic that we want to learn, we try to keep in close touch with it. We always look the way to keep in close touch with the subject we are learning. In this case, English. Yeah, there are a lot of ways that we can use in order to improve our English. Okay, guys, how is it going? How is it going today? This evening? Good, bad? please tell me. As you know, this is we are going to try this some interaction here, speaking in English. Remember, don't worry about the mistakes. Fab, do you have did you prepare your speech for today?
No, teacher, not yet.
Why?
Because apenitas puedo hablar. Apenitas puedo hablar porque tengo la mitad de la cara hinchada.
Okay, yeah, I remember that you told us that you have a problem in your mouth. Okay, no problem. Relax. Okay. Hanjur, do you have anything to say?
No, teacher. No.
Why? Maybe tell us about your experience in your motorcycle. I don't know, something relax.
Yes, teacher, but the last class, Brian, pues él dijo que iba a hablar. No sé cómo decirle en inglés, pero pues Brian, que yo sepa, dijo que se pedía pues sí, la clase para hablar él y para nosotros decir si lo que dijo era correcto, ¿no?
Brian told us that he uh, was going to participate in this class and he's going to say his speech. Brian, are you ready to start?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, nice, Brian, nice. Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay. Hello, empiezo con mi speech, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Hello, teacher. Hello, guys. I want to speak about my new hobby. No sé bien cómo se pronuncia esta, para decir lottery, como para pronunciar hace poco. No sé cómo bien se pronuncia.
Okay.
Pero, okay.
Okay.
Lately, I've been curious about learning about components. For example, what components a laptop has, how the GPUs and CPU works, what RAM is, etc. Más o menos he querido como especificar así de forma corta que, bueno, no, eso es más o menos lo que preparé.
Really? So sure. So, Michael, welcome to our English class. This session, this evening, this Friday evening. Yes, it's difficult to be here because there are a lot of things that we have to do in Friday. Maybe people decide to go dance, to go drink something, and to have time to share time with the family or boyfriend or girlfriend or friends, something like that in Friday. But you are here, so that means that you have a good commitment with the class. So that makes me proud of you. Okay, maybe I don't know if you heard. Did you hear the Brian speech?
Hello, teacher. Hello, everybody. Good evening. No, teacher. In fact, I just joined class because I was in another one, so I have to finish the previous class to join to this current one. But mm, if you can give me a summarize about the uh,
About Brian's
aspect
speech?
about branch, please, yeah, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, no problem. Give me 1 second. I'm going to drink a little bit of water. Hey, Brian, do you want to repeat your speech, your short speech?
Okay, don't worry, teacher.
Go ahead.
I want to speak about my new hobby. Lately, I've been curious about learning more about computers. And for example, what components a laptop has, and how the CPU and GPU works, and what RAM is, and um, uh, what they use, and discos, disco C, and for example, aquí ya estoy un poquito intentando meterle más, pero
Played by ear. Played by ear is the expression that you are looking for. It's improvisar in Spanish, improvised. Yes. Okay.
improvisar se dice play
Played by ear.
by ear.
Played
Okay.
by ear. Yes, played by ear. Mhm.
Okay. In this moment, I play by ear,
By ear.
many. Um, I want in a future, I want learning about programmation, and for example, how the use and software and hardware, and for example, no.
Okay, enough.
No sé
No,
cómo.
no problem. Okay, guys. For example, Hanjur Natalie, can you tell us a little bit about what Brian said in his speech?
¿Que si entendí?
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
Not
teacher.
yes. But the rest that you try to say anything in English, something in English, or in Spanish.
Okay, teacher. I try.
Go ahead.
Okay. He speak your hobbies.
About his
Uh,
hobbies. About
yes,
his
that
hobbies.
his hobbies,
Yes.
his new hobbies,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
and his future.
About future. Okay. Mm-hmm.
About future. Um, bueno, eso. Sí, habló de pues su hobby y de su futuro.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Fab, maybe you can say anything about Brian speech. I don't know. What do you understand?
Creo que él está aprendiendo a hacer software, aprendiendo de software y hardware y computadoras y cosas así, CPUs también escuché por ahí, y que es un nuevo hobby para el futuro.
Why are you speaking in Spanish? It's your time to practice your English. You're speaking, try to speak your English.
Yes, I know.
No problem if you make mistake. Remember that in my speech at first I say don't worry much about mistake. Yes, because mistakes are natural that they appear in our speak when we are learning a new foreign language. Like in this case, so don't worry much about that. Yes, try to identify them, or here we identify them and correct them, and all of us here learn about those mistakes. So no problem, don't worry much about that. Okay, try to speak in English and take advantage of the pace of this page which was created for you. Okay, this class, no problem. Okay, Mike, what did you understand about Brian's speech?
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, Brian talked about a new hobby he's having too. In this case, he mentioned something related to software and hardware, may likely in hard drive tricks or all of these kinds of products or devices related to systems, I think so. And I know he mentioned something to work on this on his future or something like that. So, but lastly, he started playing by ears.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's a part of learning. That's normal. And the most important is to participate, including for me. It's sometimes it can be a little difficult to speak, but that's something that you have been acquiring along the time. That kind of experience.
Okay, no problem, no problem. This is
Yep.
the idea. This is the idea to take advantage of this space to practice our speaking and our listening as well. Yes. Remember that this course is focused just on speaking and listening. It's the most two skill we are going to work on. Yes, speaking and listening. Yes, not much about reading, writing, or grammar rules or stuff like that. We are going to try to improve our listening, our speaking, the most useful skills at the time to interact in public. Because as I mentioned, when you try uh, to speak with someone, yes, in any place, for example, I don't know, maybe you arrive to the supermarket, for example, and you need get information about some product items or something like that. You need to interact, you need to ask about that information, make questions, yes, ask question about the product that you need. Sometimes you don't find easy way the product that you are looking for, and you need to ask a question related with those things. The most important skill in that case is speak and have the ability uh, to get information, the information that we need in any moment in our lives. So that's why this course are maybe focused in speaking and listening, yes, in how to learn, uh, create conversation, create interaction, yes, interaction which are really necessary in our daily life. Yeah, and of course, maybe if you have other purpose about the way you are going to use your English, for example, as Mike mentioned, that he used his English in order to get jobs and change job, and maybe one way to to his life, yes, okay, one way to do something in life. Maybe this is one option. It's a good option because, as you know, English can change our life in better way. Yes, in a good way. Like in my case, for example, I learned English and my life changed at all because my English opened many doors. Yes, and we have to face some challenges during this, but they have been really interesting. Any stages of the process, they are really nice. I think that we have to learn how to enjoy this kind of process. Yes, when we learn how to enjoy the process, how to love the process, you are going to be able to be successful in the process. Yes, because okay, maybe you don't do it, maybe because you need to do it. Maybe okay, I know that you need to learn English, to speak English, and to take your English to the next level. But the idea is try to learn how to love the process, how to feel in love, fall or feel in love with English, with the process. Because when you love the process, you are going to learn in faster way. Sooner than later, you are going to achieve the goal to speak English without any hesitate, any problem, and definitely it's going to change your life in positive way. Yeah, but I think one recommendation that I want to give you is try to love the process. Yes, when you enjoy the process, when you see any tiny thing that you learn how a big victory. Wow, this is really delicious, yes, because we are able to build our speech bigger, 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 and bigger. Why? Learning tiny things. All of those things are adding in the process. Yes, they are adding in the process, and they are really important to. They contribute, or it's contribute to the process. Yes. For example, okay, if today or tonight or this evening in this session we learn just one word, but this word is going to be necessary and they are useful in any time when you are speaking, you are listening. Yes, maybe it's one opportunity to improve with this word. Maybe okay. Sometimes when we don't learn new things, but we are able to reinforce our knowledges. Yes, this is good exercise. Why? Because if you practice our knowledges, for example, reinforce or rehearsal the things that we are going to do with our English, we are internalizing our English, which are really important in order to improve our English, in order to take our English to the next level, which is really the main idea to be here. Maybe it's have a commitment with ourselves, yes, to be convinced of ourselves, our capacity, about our capacity that we have in order to improve our English or something like that. Yes, it's an engagement. Try to get this engagement. Try to get this connection with the language we are learning. Like in this case, for example, yes, English. Yeah, as I mentioned, and maybe create that motivation, because when we have enough motivation, we try to keeping the way to, to keep in touch with the subject we are learning. Yes, for example, when you really like to play guitar, you are looking the space in order to practice with your guitar. In this case, we enjoyed learning English or practicing our English. We are going to get the way in order to find the space to speak, to practice our listening or our speaking. You know, at first few minutes in the class, I was talking about the that maybe we are in the easiest age to learn English. Why? Because there are a lot of resources on internet that we can find free. We don't have to pay anything just with internet connection. Yes, we can interact with people around the world, people who are in the same road, in the same journey, people who are learning English maybe because maybe there are a lot of reasons. Sorry, there are a lot of reasons people are learning English. Yes, maybe because they want to improve incomes. You know, they want to improve incomes. They want to change their job. They want to travel abroad. They want maybe live in other country, or just for personal satisfaction. There are a lot of maybe reasons people want to learn English around the world. Maybe they need English in order to enter in an international university or something like that. So there are a lot of reasons people want to learn English around the world, and there are a lot of millions of people in the same road of us. So maybe now is the easiest age to learn English, because as I mentioned, just with an internet connection in our home, in our flat, we can interact with people around the world in the easiest way without pay anything. Yes, subscription or something like that. Even using AI nowadays, yes, using AI, you can interact and maybe you can overcome some struggling things that we maybe have problem or find hard. Maybe one specific topic that wow, this is difficult to me. Maybe you can improve using AI, yes, for example, and to practice, yes, to practice and overcome. And maybe AI is going to help you to maybe overcome those struggling that you have in any specific topic. So, okay, maybe I'm finding, for example, that my pronunciation or my lack of pronunciation is a problem. My lack of practice in pronunciation, I need to improve my pronunciation. Okay, with AI, you can just focus on pronunciation. Okay, AI, we are going to work about pronunciation today in this session. Maybe the session with AI is just focus on pronunciation. Maybe okay, I need to work on my listening because my listening is poor. Yes, sometimes I have problem in identify some words, some sentences, some accent or something like that. I need to take advantage of all of those. Maybe I don't know. Maybe tools. Yes, this kind of tools with internet offers to us. So I think it's the easiest way and the easiest age to learn English if you want. Yes, it's just try to do it. It's just to be focused on the thing that we want. Yes, for example, I think it's the interest that you have in to do it anything. Yes, because it depends on the interest that we have. Yes, we want, for example, to priority my English. My English is my priority number one, for example. Okay, I need, for example, okay, maybe to invest less time in social media because I have met people, for example, who invest a lot of time on social media, okay, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, something like that. Okay, I need to cut, yes, that bad habit and to practice and use this time practicing English, or even use those tools to practice English with them. For example, okay, I don't know, maybe I'm going to use, for example, my TikTok in English or looking information about the English or in English, consuming all of those information in English. Yes, at first, of course, it's really hard. Yes, difficult, but we need to create the habit. People say or people mention that 21 days using the same things at the same time, you are going to create a habit, and this habit is really interesting because when you create a habit, the things become easier to you or to us. Yes, at first, of course, it's hard, it's not easy at all, but after 20 years, sorry, 20 years, not 20 days, doing the same thing at the same time, maybe your brain begin to consume those information in easier way. Yeah, so maybe this is one of my recommendation. Yes, doing all of those in order to improve, to take take our English to the next level, to achieve the goal. What is the goal we have here? Learn English, yes, because as I mentioned, it's really nice when you have the opportunity to interact in English with one person, a specific person, or people, or group, or you are going to the downtown in Bogota, and there are a lot of tourists, and you can interact or go to Monserrate, and you interact with a native English speaker without any problem, or in your job like Mike, or maybe if you learn English in good way, you are going to be able to work on contact center, call center, or something like that. And even there you have the opportunity to practice with native English speaker every single day, and you're going to get confidence at the time to talk or something like that. All of those things which are really important at the time to improve our speaking, listening, and our other skill and comprehension, all of those related with English. Okay, guys, I don't know, I was excited speaking in English, and okay, but I want to to interact with you. Okay. About my speech until now, what do you want to say, or do you have anything to say, or do you have a good comprehension about the thing that I say? Michael or Caesar is here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see Caesar. Caesar is not here today. Okay. I don't know. Maybe Fab. Do you understand me? Did you understand me? Did you get it? Maybe the message that I sent to you. Did you understand my words or my when I speak?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
You say the importance of the English for the world, for the future.
Okay, Hanjur, thank you so much. Hanjur, did you understand my message?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. What do you remember about it?
Then we must fall in the love with the process and improve what we already know and everything.
Brian, what do you remember about my speech, my little speech?
Teacher, I talk more or less words, but I understand you talk about this is the process, and oof, ¿cómo era eso? This is the process, and I that practice for for up, no sé cómo se dice, como para mejorar,
To improve.
to prove.
To improve. Okay, okay. Samuel, Juan Andres, do you understand? Did you understand about my message? Maybe you catch something like that, or catch or understand or get some about my speech. No? Mike, what do you think about my speech?
Well, teacher, as you mentioned, I think that's very important to enjoy the process because even though it's not hard to speak with other people, the most important is not to give up and keep moving forward through the process, I think, because to be honest, it's not an easy process because it's a second language after all. So in this case, that's very important. As mentioned, enjoy the process because depending from their objectives, because some people can um, focus their to learn English to get a better job. You mentioned something like that, or grow up professionally. And there can be other people that only want to learn English to speak with each other. That's not bad. The most important is um, to get focused and try to participate. Don't hesitate at the moment to talk because uh, there can be moments that you are going to get nervous, especially because you you may sound a little unclear at the moment to pronounce some words or things like that, or try to build the sentence depending from the context. So, um, so it is what it is. Cool. Yep. Jeff, that's the most important. As you mentioned, I think this is the time, the space to participate, try to create the speech, and as you mentioned, there are a lot of apps for free where you can learn new words, and if you are unsure to speak with speaker native people, sorry, I mean native speaker people, you can use the AI. That's not bad after all, because you are going to see in real time the mistakes you are committing too.
Exactly. Exactly.
In my case, for a call center, it's not easy. It's not easy to keep a conversation for a long time, especially when you are hearing a customer who can be a little frustrated, dissatisfied, it's mad about something that happened, and
In
you
bad
you
mood.
know
In
that
bad mood.
bad mood or bad mood yet. So and it's not your fault, after all, it's not your bad. So your job in this case is pay attention, try to take care of this issue, try to look for a solution if it's possible, because uh, sometimes it's not easy to say no to other people. It's not easy when you are going to deny something, because mm, there are a lot of cases in my job. So it's the daily task, the bread of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, listening to the customers is not easy, because you are working under pressure.
Results. You have to show results to get results. Maybe.
Yeah, that's correct. In, in call center, there are something called KPIs. I don't remember the meaning.
Yes.
Key performance indicators. Is I think
In
that's the
Spanish,
meaning of each word.
in Spanish, CAPE is yes.
De KPIs, indicadores de rendimiento, KPI, key performance. Yeah, yeah, obviously, mm, you the client is checking constantly the performance from each agent, mainly in surveys that the customers fill out at the moment to finish an interaction. So that's very important when you are going to receive a good survey against a bad survey, or bad, because there was something that could happen that most of cases it's not your fault when the customer rate you bad, or you will receive a bad survey. Sometimes it's not your fault,
Yes.
because you accomplish with all of the steps that the client is requesting to.
I suppose that yes, we have to master how to work under pressure because it's your daily bread, as you mentioned. Yes, sometimes okay, you have to learn how to master this situation, work under pressure because yes, almost all the time maybe your performance has been uh, measured. Well, it's difficult maybe for the human being work under pressure all the time, 100%, and maybe they are measuring your results or something like that, and maybe to think about okay, my performance is really necessary because I need to maintain my job, my work because I need to continue working because with this work I pay my expenses. I need to buy food. I need to buy items. I need to pay bills. I need to continue working here. So yes, not just the pressure of the work per se is other thing that which are is our environment. Yes, our environment. We have our responsibilities. Just like a son, like a father, like a boyfriend, like a husband. All of those roles that we have as a human being, women and woman. Yes, it's the I don't know. Maybe it's the thing that the human being have to live in our lives. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is the main reason many people don't want to get children nowadays. Yes, because okay, the life itself is so expensive nowadays, so people prefer maybe to have a pet, yes, instead of children, own children. Yes, people prefer, no, I prefer to have a cat, I prefer to have a pet, I don't know, a cat, a dog, something like that, but I don't want to have children. Why mention? Because the cost of the life cost is really high. Maybe I don't know, maybe we are going back to the slave time, when the people from the Africa brought slave to work day after day and harder, and I don't know, maybe with the hard maybe I don't know, time, maybe, or schedule, yes, long schedule to get enough money to pay life cost. So it's really hard. Yeah, but it's other important thing that we have to talk about here is we have to learn how to master all of those things that life offers to us. Yes, I think the most capacity you have, development, the most abilities, capacities, skills, all of those things. Uh, Maybe you mentioned hard skill and soft skills or something like that. And you are going to get a better job, and maybe you are going to get or earn uh, maybe much money, enough money to pay all expenses and maybe save a little bit, all of those things. Wow, maybe that is the main reason you are here. Try to learn English. Why? Because as you know, English open many doors, and maybe you are going to be able to get a better job, and when you are going to earn much money, and maybe your life is going to change in better way. Yes, so maybe this is the main reason people are here, or maybe yes, there are people here, maybe as I mentioned, want to learn English just for personal satisfaction. But yes, there are a lot of reasons that we want to learn English. But I think how to get one skill like speak a second language can change your life in a positive way. Like in my case, I always say that. Yes, I'm a live example of that. Yes, my English changed my life 100% in good way. Yes, now I have better quality of life thanks to my English. Yes, it's wow, it's something that, yeah, in fact, change our lives in a positive way. So I want to encourage you, to invite you to continue doing, because it's not a process, easy process. It is was or it was or if it was easy, many people was able to speak English, but don't. But they are not able to speak. Not many people is or are able to speak English in good way, an excellent way. Maybe they cannot be considered a bilingual people or person. Yes, why? Because it's hard process. But if you do it, yes, if you believe in yourself, you are going to get the goal. Yes, you are going to be able to get the goal, like in my case. After that is just repeat and do the thing and say the same things, or you are learning new, of course, new words, new things, new sentences, all of the new tricks, all of the new songs. You really have the opportunity to live things that maybe if you don't speak a second language, maybe those opportunities were impossible to live, because those opportunities just live if you are able to speak a second language, like in my case. So, well, this is really wonderful, and I want to encourage to continue with the process because you are going to be able to get the goal. Yes. Okay. Mike, maybe if I'm not mistaken, is that is how to learn how to work under pressure.
Uh, I think it depends. Sometimes in the work you can feel a little pressure, and obviously they are going to demand you. Um, mm, they're going to demand you a good performance. Try to keep on the goal because that's very important to show this kind of performance to keep your job the or your boss manager can take you into account for promotion. Maybe it depends.
Okay. Yeah. 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 So maybe we can live different situations. Yes, it depends. Yeah, because as you mentioned, maybe okay, maybe you can help receive help by your maybe superiors or your supervisor or your boss or something like that, or maybe not, or maybe people want to be or create a stressful environment and the employees feel really frustrated, yes, about yes, to be measuring all the time all the actions, all interactions, all of those things. Maybe it can create I don't know, maybe a stressful situation, and I don't know, in our performance. Sometimes we can feel in bad mood, like always, because I think in your case, Mike, that you have to interact with clients, uh, resolving issues, or yes, client issues, and sometimes you don't have the solution in your hands, or maybe you have to offer or to avoid situation, try to solve or offer one solution, and yeah, in the most polite way. Yes, because you have to be polite all the time to speak with your customer, because you have been maybe monitoring. Yes, I think you have been monitoring all the time in your process, in your interaction, and you have to be really careful in the language that you use with your clients or your customer. Yes or no?
That's correct, teacher. For this kind of job, it's very important to remain calm because sometimes it's not very important to have this emotions control, especially when the customer starts being rude with you. And it's not easy to take it personal, but to be honest, there are some customers that um, find the way you get mad, but that's very important not to reply with the same verbiage because you are be unlucky and quality assurance rates this interaction or measure your how uh, if you accomplish the steps or how was the interaction with this customer and mm, it's probably that you can receive a call out. So that's very important, as you mentioned, being polite, not to um, compare, not to be rude or compare the same level from the customer. So that's very important. Always is try to keep a professional conversation because after all, it's your job
Yes.
and you will need to speak naturally and providing the most accurate information according to the customer. And if there's something that you can't understand, mm, it's not bad to ask again, because that's very important to make sure that the information you are receiving too is accurate with the resolution you will need to provide after all, because it's the job depending of your role. Because in call center you can work for a retail, for in sales, customer service, back office.
And there
You
are
can work for,
there are also different levels.
yeah, depends. You can work for collections or something like that. Depends of the roles and functions you have to perform. Yeah, it's not easy because every customer is different.
Yeah.
It's very different. In addition, you can uh, find kind customers as well. In fact, a coworker 2 days ago, a coworker happened something fun because he received a call from a woman, and during the call, I was listening to the call because there was a pan a little funny. Obviously, this kind of behavior cannot happen because I think that the customer tries to flirt with the agent. Yeah, and he tries to speak
Wow.
with. I'm not sure in keys to. I'm not sure how to explain it. Like in clave to. Mm,
Okay.
not to
In code. Yes.
in code. Yeah, in code. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So because QA can listen to the call, but that was not bad. After all, the agent can cool assist the customer, and she rated the agent with a great service. So he has a 100%. So I don't think so that uh, this call is going to be monitored or rate. I don't think so. But that was fun. That was something fun. Yeah.
I never thought, I've never thought that those things happens, but maybe when a customer, a client try to flirt with the 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 agent. I don't know. Maybe it was a really wow. I never thought that something like that happened in a contact center. But everything is possible in this life. Yes, with the agent.
Yes, Peter. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Not only this kind of histories, you can also listen to bad stories or experiences, because there are people that, mm, how do you say that, malicia indígena, try to uh, find a way to commit fraud or scam.
So, yes, it's
You know,
mm-hmm.
the- they, there are people that find a way to uh, take advantage about the situation, or when you are using some uh, programs, or you have some permissions which you can access to sensitive information. So uh, that's very important, to be honest, and not to steal. I think so, because it's your job to see the customer, not to steal them. And that's something that unfortunately happens in the call center and other companies. There are always bad people that is looking for a way uh, to scam or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, Michael, thank you so much. Thank you so much for share all of about the experience that are living inside the contact center because of, yeah, maybe inside that kind of company we can live different situation and even funny situation like you mentioned that are really interesting. Hanjur, Fab, Brian, Juan, Samuel, are you understanding maybe the conversation. Maybe can you understand short part of the conversation? Okay. Uh, did you get information? Maybe if you want to speak in Spanish, go ahead. Maybe say what did you catch about our conversation.
Hi, teacher.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Maybe if you understood.
Yes. Okay. No es mucho, but I understand that we can have more possibilities and opportunities if we know a second language like English.
Excellent. Yes. Yes, that's true. We can find better jobs because we have one ability or this skill that not everyone has. Yes. What is the skill? Know a second language. It allows us to have advantage, yes, in comparison with others or yes, many people. Yes, because as I mentioned in one class ago, I think just 5% of Colombian population can speak a second language. Yes, so 90%, 90% of the maybe the opportunities to work in a second language is just for though or for that 5% who can speak a second language. So you don't have a direct competition like in other jobs or other, I don't know, other abilities or other kind of professions or something like that. Because if you are a mechanic, for example, motorcycle mechanics, fix motorcycles, there are a lot of people who can do that. Yes, and there are a lot of people who can do that, and there are a lot of people fighting, yes, fighting for the same job. But when it's a job in high quality of knowledge, like to master a second language, wow, there aren't enough people with those abilities. Yes, and you have a lot of advantage to find jobs. Okay, Brian, are you understanding?
La verdad no, profe.
No, nothing. Sorry. Okay, Fab, do you understand? Maybe we have been here. We have been here talking almost 100%, or maybe I don't know, 98% in English. Yet we are creating one environment which allows you to think, to listen, to speak in English. Yeah, this is the idea of the course. The main idea of the course is that you interact just in English or at least in Spanish. Yes, because we are creating. Yes, we are creating those. Cesar, welcome. It's nice. It's nice. Really nice to see you here, man.
Hi, teacher. Good night.
Good evening, Cesar. Um, Tell us why are you? I don't know. Maybe you almost always half on time. What happened today?
Oh, teacher, I just arrived to my house. For that reason, um
You
I go
enter to the class late.
yeah, that's the reason, yeah.
Okay, no problem, no problem. I understand, I understand. Fab, are you understanding maybe, or is so difficult for you understand the thing that we uh, speak here or chat here in the course maybe? Are you able to understand?
I understand,
Mhm.
but I don't pay
Attention?
attention. Not so much.
Why?
I'm very busy. Busy. Busy? No,
Busy. You are
busy,
busy.
busy.
You are busy.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I no sé cómo decir que estaba durmiendo mi bebé, pero sí.
Okay. You were busy with your baby.
Yeah.
You were trying. Is remember?
To sleep.
Can you remember? Is she or he?
He.
Is he okay? And you was to try to get that your
He
baby.
sleeps. Yeah.
Yes, get sleep. That he gets a sleep. Yes, exactly. But now you are free. Yes, now you are 100% focused in the class.
Yes, yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, what? I don't know. Maybe Juan Andres, are you there? Maybe you want to participate to say anything. We here want to know your voice, man. Juan Andres and Samuel, they apparently are in the class, but I don't know because maybe don't party. They never have participated in the class. I don't know what is happening. What is happening with those uh, two guys? Okay. Um, okay, guys. Maybe if you want to talk in Spanish, maybe Mike, do you want to say anything?
No, teacher, just what I just typed on chat.
Yes, I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Yes.
But that's all.
Okay. Yes. I don't know. Maybe we have to ask the students, ask the if they want to be part in a WhatsApp group. Yes. Maybe in yes, if they want, for me, no problem. Yes, for me, no problem. But we have to ask you about they want to participate in WhatsApp group in order to, I don't know, maybe get information. It would be a great idea. Okay, guys, now I'm going to speak in Spanish. As I mentioned, I try to give you one space in Spanish in order that if you have to say and feel more comfortable at the time to speak in Spanish, go ahead, okay? Listo, chicos, entonces llega una partecita, pues, unos 15 minuticos para... ¿Cuál es la idea? Hablar, solo dejar 15 minutos para hablar en español, ¿sí? De pronto, si tienen algo que decir y pues se sienten, obviamente se van a sentir mucho más cómodos hablando en español. Eh, pero las preguntas que, pues, todo esto que hablamos aquí bueno, ¿y qué tal ustedes no me han dicho nada de de mis pequeños speech de 2 minutos, 1 minuto, 13, como el speech de Brian. Brian, ¿qué speech tan corto el tuyo? O sea, tuvimos para prepararlo cuántos días y dijiste 6 palabras, yo creo. ¿Qué pasó ahí? Abre tu corazón y dinos. En español, ahí está, para que te sientas cómodo. Brian no está. Brian se fue. Hanjur, dinos.
Bueno, mientras Brian contesta, ¿no? Ya que podemos hablar en español.
Ujú.
Profe, pues a mí me pareció que su speech, no, pues bien, profe, porque como siempre yo le entiendo la mayoría de cosas. Nuevamente, su merced habló sobre la teoría de la piscina, que creo que es la que me pasa a mí, creo que es la que me pasa a mí, o sea, yo me siento súper identificada con esa, porque uno entiende, tiene la teoría, pero hablar, pues no. Entonces, pues digamos que la próxima clase, si mi compañera Fabs, pues creo que es la única que le falta por, digamos, su speech, si de pronto no lo puede traer o algo, entonces yo ya voy a tener preparado el mío, para pues también irme soltando y para, pues sí, igual sí tengo tema.
Sí, es que...
Yo creo que igual yo, o sea, yo entiendo la mayoría.
Ujú.
Hace bastante tiempo que no practico hablar con nadie desde que dejé de estudiar el inglés como en la academia y así, pero, pero sí entiendo la mayoría, pero al hablar es más costoso.
Pero miren que fue algo interesante lo que expresó Mike en la clase pasada. Mike dijo, yo llevo 3 años, como 3 años, ¿se acuerdan que él dijo que había empezado a estudiar desde el año 2022 y estamos en el 26 y él dice, oye, a mí me costó casi 3 años y a los 3 años de estar estudiando inglés fue que pude empezar a hablar y a soltarme y miren cómo lo hace muy bien, ¿sí? Casi está a mi nivel o yo creo que por encima, no sé, ¿sí? Está muy bien, entonces chévere. Y eso, o sea, eso ya les da a ustedes una radiografía de cómo es el tema, de que no importa, llevan estudiando 3 años ustedes, ya, o 2 años, o un año, no sé qué, pero ya digamos que llega una etapa donde ustedes tienen que hacer lo que yo les propongo, traigan sus speech, prepárenlos, tráiganlos, porque es esa manera de exponerse en la que les va a dar las herramientas, el conocimiento, el empoderamiento, la confianza, todas esas herramientas que se necesitan para empezar a hacerlo, ¿sí? Por eso yo le decía, digamos, a Brian, por ejemplo, a César, bueno, César está más avanzado, pero este es el espacio creado para eso. Si ustedes se dan cuenta, aquí no hablamos de regla gramatical, que no hablamos de sintaxis, no hablamos de... ¿Por qué? Porque esto está enfocado. Se supone que este nivel es avanzado. Cuando ustedes llegan acá, ¿qué es lo que estamos preparando? ¿En qué estamos trabajando en esas dos habilidades? Speaking y listening. ¿Ok? Entonces, ya ustedes se pueden hacer una idea de que hablar es el compendio de las anteriores, de las tres, y del reading, del writing, ¿sí? Y del listening, ¿sí? Porque es la parte como que, la parte más, o sea, lo último, digamos, es lo que se tiene que hacer. Igual pasa, ese es el proceso natural. Si ustedes se dan cuenta, pues los niños que empiezan escuchando, escuchando, no dicen nada, solo escuchan, absorben conocimiento. Y ya por ahí, ¿a qué horas empiezan ya a decir una palabrita, luego dos, luego tres, después arman una oración y así se van? Lo mismo pasa con ustedes en el proceso. Primero se tienen que exponer, lo que estamos haciendo acá, exponerse al inglés, que se crea el ambiente, que ustedes se vayan ganando confianza, que se vayan sintiendo más cómodos y ya después empezar a soltarse. Pero también es una parte como yo en este grupo creo que no les digo, ustedes se pueden encontrar con el profesor muy bueno, ¿cierto? Pero esa parte práctica no la puede hacer el profesor por ustedes, esa parte la tienen que hacer ustedes, ¿sí? Y este es el espacio apropiado para eso, ¿sí? Para que vayan practicando, para que entre más largo lo traigan, que no sé, si esta semana lo dije de 2 minutos, la otra lo traigo de tres, y yo mismo me voy retando aquí mismo, porque aquí no estamos compitiendo con el otro, estamos compitiendo contra nosotros mismos, es como ser mejor, ¿sí? Entonces, es eso, chicos. Y todos, o sea, inclusive yo me incluyo ahí. O sea, yo digo, ok, hoy, o sea, no sé, tengo que ser mejor que ayer y sucesivamente le voy metiendo y también le vamos metiendo más nivel al tema. Sí, yo creo que, por ejemplo, cuando empezaba a dictar estas clases, casi no, bueno, hace tiempo bastante, no las hacía en inglés, las hacía en español, gramática, hasta que ya se fue subiendo el nivel, porque también hace parte como del ejercicio de los estudiantes que uno tenga. Si yo tengo, por ejemplo, tengo unos grupos los otros días de la semana que no tengo con ustedes, y esos grupos, pues, no están al nivel de hablar. Sin embargo, yo les coloco como 15 minutos de solo hablarles inglés para que se vayan habituando, para que lo vayan. Porque como les decía a ustedes, el ser humano todo lo normaliza. Usted dice, bueno, yo llego a una ciudad donde eso es solo caos, solo ruido, solo todo el mundo anda acelerado. Y usted va normalizando eso y después se va involucrando en eso y ni cuenta se dio, y ya entró a ese mundo y ya no lo nota, porque ya normalizó. Lo mismo es acá, como que empezamos, usted dice, uy, hablan muy rápido, de pronto, no sé, yo no voy a alcanzar ese nivel, pero a medida va normalizando, y cuando usted se ve ya está inmerso dentro de eso, porque así funciona el ser humano, tenemos las células espejos. ¿Sí? Y así funciona tal cual. Entonces, a eso es lo que yo le estoy apostando con ustedes y por eso se hace el proceso así. Ahora me gustaría escucharlo, por ejemplo, a César, por ejemplo, bueno, a Fa, por ejemplo, a Brian, a Michael, a todos ustedes. ¿Cómo ven el proceso? Ahora sí los escucho. César, ¿tú cómo ves el proceso, César? ¿Cómo lo sientes? ¿Que está bien, que le estamos dando muy avanzado? ¿Cómo es la cosa que lo estamos haciendo ¿Cómo ves? ¿Qué es ¿Cuál es tu perspectiva?
Profe, bueno, no, yo veo que la metodología y como está usted asumiendo cómo debe dar la clase, me parece que es acorde al nivel que estamos manejando. Es decir, se supone que las personas o los estudiantes que estamos acá ya pasamos por esa parte de gramatical, ya vimos pues muchas reglas y es aquí donde ya debemos empezar a aplicarlas. Claro, ya es en esa práctica donde a veces uno dice, uy, ¿cómo era este tema? ¿Cómo era esto otro? Bueno, pero ya digamos en la práctica donde uno se va puliendo y eso a mí me parece, me ha gustado mucho pues como el enfoque que usted le está dando.
Excelente, César, gracias. Excelente, listo. Fab, ¿tú cómo la ves?
Igual también. No. Yo igual también, o sea, pienso que debería ser así. Porque si vuelve con temas que ya vimos, nos vamos a aburrir más y deberíamos de avanzar. Me parece que no sabía que entendía todo, porque siempre practico viendo TikToks, sigo a mucha gente que habla, que son nativos, pero no sabía que sabía tanto hasta que me di cuenta en las clases que entiendo todo, menos algunas palabras que otras, pero en contexto las entiendo bastante.
Bien. ¿Y te gusta el ejercicio?
Sí, sí, claro.
Listo, perfecto. Brian, ¿ya aparecería Brian o Brian definitivamente se fue? Bueno. Mike, ¿cuál es tu perspectiva, Mike?
Bueno, pues yo creo que acá muchos no saben. Eh, bueno, sí, yo cuando empecé acá, que fue el semestre pasado, pues yo tenía bastante miedo, inseguridad al momento de hablar, porque, eh, como ha mencionado, mm, yo me he presentado a varias entrevistas para Bilingüe Call Center y créanme que uno se siente como pequeñito, o sea, a comparación, porque la verdad, o sea, si acá de pronto ven que puedo hablar un poco más fluido o se nota un poco, pues, más fluidez, es debido como a la práctica del trabajo, pero no, o sea, hay gente que, Dios mío, o sea, ya tienen un C1, casi C2, pero es una cosa muy, o sea, muy proeficiente porque ya son personas que realmente hasta manejan el acento. Y eso es lo último que se debe trabajar, por decirlo así. Porque lo importante o sea, no es hablar muy rápido, pero tampoco muy lento. De pronto, por mi trabajo se acostumbra a hablar un poco más rápido, pero es debido como al tiempo, porque uno tiene un indicador también que mide como llamadas, entonces uno no puede hablar tan despacio. Entonces a veces uno de pronto puede sonar un poco más acelerado de lo normal, pero digamos, base a mi experiencia, a mí me ha ayudado bastante porque yo en las entrevistas me ponía bastante nervioso y más con cámara, tener que hablar y escuchar a los demás y ver que hablan con seguridad y claridad realmente, que incluso hasta me costaba entenderlos, pero hoy en día ya me resulta muchísimo más fácil, obviamente, no solo al trabajo, sino también acá participan de forma activa en las clases y aún así hay cosas que todavía a uno le cuestan, palabras, conectores, sinónimos, son muchas cosas, pero es algo que con la práctica se va logrando porque se va mecanizando todo y ya pues se va acordando y uno ya es ir repitiendo e ir puliendo las pronunciaciones, pero lo importante es como darse a entender y lo que les digo, ni hablar muy rápido porque va a sonar súper raro, pero tampoco hablar muy despacio, o sea, tratar de mantener ese ritmo para que los demás puedan, digamos, entender. Y si pueden usar también closed capture, también es súper bueno porque también con eso van haciendo el ejercicio de que van leyendo y en su mente van pronunciando. Y también al momento de los discursos es algo que ayuda porque así uno también se va soltando y si uno necesita corregir algo, pues lo va haciendo acorde a lo que indica el profesor, pero es muy interesante tener esos espacios porque uno está acostumbrado a la rutina de estar viendo gramática y la práctica que, y como dice el profesor, o sea, yo en 3 años, de hecho, no fui como constante momento de estudiar porque no es que estuviera estudiando todos los días, yo solamente utilizaba aplicaciones para no perder mi racha, veía nuevas palabras, me las aprendía y con base a mi trabajo pues fui como teniendo dominio del idioma y ya fue hasta este año que ya decidí dar ese paso, que nunca es tarde obviamente porque de haberlo hecho 3 años atrás, haber trabajado en conjunto todo, estaría ya con un nivel mucho más avanzado, pero es con el tiempo y dependiendo y la disciplina. Sí, señor.
Excelente, excelente. Bueno, yo lo manejo así. Digamos que yo la velocidad la mantengo. O sea, no mantengo ni velocidad ni lento en lo normal, como ustedes me escuchan. Como hablo en español, a esa velocidad hablo en inglés. Ahora el tema es que, o sea, ¿cómo yo manejo esto? Cuando hablo con estudiantes, pues no utilizo slangs, idioms, phrasal verbs, no utilizo una cantidad de recursos que utilizo cuando estoy hablando con nativos. O sea, tengo que tener ese cuidado, ¿sí? Por ejemplo, si ustedes siguieran aquí, por ejemplo, conmigo, no sé, 3 semestres. En 3 semestres yo no voy a hablar como estoy hablando ahora. O sea, no en cuanto a velocidad, porque eso es estándar. Yo hablo mi velocidad, así como estoy hablando en español, hablo en inglés a esa misma velocidad. Pero, es decir, el discurso es el que cambia, el discurso es el que complejizo. ¿Me hago entender? O sea, cada vez le voy metiendo más, más ingredientes, más cosas, voz pasiva, voz activa, reported speech, ¿sí? Pluscuamperfecto y todas esas cosas, pero eso lo voy metiendo a medida que los estudiantes van avanzando. Entonces, digamos que eso es lo que yo hago. Por ejemplo, en este nivel estoy hablando, cuando hablo en inglés, ustedes ven, es la misma velocidad que hablo como cuando estoy hablando en español. Y es la que mantengo, pues, pero entonces lo que hago es que le meto más ingredientes, como dirían por ahí, más carnecita al asunto, ¿sí? Entonces, por ejemplo, digamos que cuando tengamos más, o bueno, a veces no se puede porque llegan estudiantes nuevos, entonces, sí, pero siempre va a ser delicioso. No sé, ustedes cómo notan mi speech, o sea, cómo lo notan. Si, profe, estás en tu rhythm, en tu pace normal, o bájalo un poquito, o manténlo, o súbelo, o complejízalo. Por ejemplo, Hanjuri y César, ¿qué piensan? Hasta ahí está bien, la están cogiendo, y inclusive Fab.
Profe, pues por mi parte sí, yo sí siempre le he entendido, sí siento que bajé mucho desde que empecé las clases virtuales, o las primeras clases presenciales que tuve con usted, yo avancé pero hartísimo, demasiado. Y ya cuando me pusieron en virtuales con pues la anterior profesora, no, ya no, y no era lo mismo para mí, virtual nunca ha sido lo mismo para mí, y pues con la profesora que tenía como que no me di con nada, entonces no, yo simplemente yo como que, obvio, yo voy a seguir en mis clases, pero realmente yo dejé de meterle como muchas vainas que anteriormente se hacían presencial, porque como lo digo en presencial, yo digamos que participaba, digamos que esto, lo otro, acá en virtual como que no me da. Y no, a su merced yo siempre lo he entendido bien y no, pues yo creo que manténgase ahí, profe, porque pues si le baja, pues obviamente nosotros vamos a bajar. Pero si le sube mucho, no mucho, o sea, no vamos a entender todos. Por ejemplo, pues por mi parte no. Digamos, hay unos que sí, como Michael y César, que yo creo que ellos sí entenderían, pero yo siento que el resto no, incluyéndome, obviamente. Entonces, sí, uno tiene que ser sincero. Yo, pues, por mi parte, yo digo que, pues ahí está bien.
Listo. Bueno, chicos, nada, un placer, cuídense mucho, nos vemos, ¿cuándo es que nos vemos? ¿Cuándo es que es el miércoles, ¿no? Listo. Un placer, descansen, bye bye.